Welcome back to the Factor Uncensored. In Harris County, a Justice of the Peace or JP judge doesn't have to be a lawyer. They simply need to be elected by the people, and they're deciding cases like evictions and small claims disputes. Now, tonight, we talk about a former Houston Rockets player turned judge and lawyer. He said he wanted to take that extra mile and go that extra mile and become a lawyer after being elected as a justice of the peace court, so no one could call into question his credibility. Meet Judge Joe Stevens.
Man, it's kind of my little wall of fame. That's in the Philippines right here.
Judge, if it was all over right now today, would you be satisfied with the career path, your trajectory, and the life you chose?
I don't know if I'd be satisfied, but I'm pleased with where I am today. You know, I've had a life of setting small goals for myself, accomplishing those goals, and it's gotten me to where I am right now. You know, when I look back over some of the things that I've accomplished, I'm like, wow, that was just a set of many goals that I set for myself and led me to being a judge and now an attorney in Texas. And so it's worked thus far, so why stop here?
You look back in a college basketball star, professional basketball career with the Houston Rockets. Then you ended up on the bench here. Different kind of bench.
Different kind of bench. Yeah, no splendor in this bench.
And now a lawyer and also passed the bar. Being a precinct judge in Harris County in Texas, you don't necessarily have to be an attorney, but you chose that direction. Why?
I did. It was, you know, the numbers speak for themselves. Less than 8% of attorneys in Texas that are JPs are attorneys. So the overwhelming amount are not attorneys. I felt like I wanted to be an attorney. One, because as Murphy's Law would have it, my first case was a South Texas attorney versus a University of Houston attorney. Two young guys, motion in limines, you know, invoking the rule, objection for everything you could imaginable. And so I'm sitting here trying to Google what the rule is. Oh, you know, tell your witness to go outside. So really I felt like something compelled me to want to speak their language. As the trier of fact, I just felt like, you know, I want to be able to understand unequivocally what they're talking about and add some context to what I do every day. And I'm just kind of like that. I'm very goal-oriented. I served 9 years on the Galena Park ISD School Board. And one of our mottos, Angie Williams was our superintendent, and it was be a lifelong learner. And I try to instill that in my kids. I try to instill that in youth that encounter me just from my basketball days to now. So I can't tell you to be a lifelong learner, and I'm not doing it myself.
How difficult is it deciding cases and you're looking in people's faces, even though you have to follow the law? You know, you have little wiggle room when it comes to evictions and other cases that you guys may see. But how difficult is it deciding cases when you're looking in someone's face?
You know, it's not an easy thing to do, but, you know, you have to follow the law, and that's kind of what I decided early on. But there's nothing about it that's easy. You know, it's definitely, you have some tough days, you know. What I try to do is be a judge that doesn't judge, if that makes sense. I truly try to, even in an eviction, I'll never forget one of my first cases. I got an inbox on Facebook, which I never check my Facebook messages, and for some reason I checked my messages, one of my first eviction dockets, and the lady texted me, even though you evicted me today, I was able to leave court with my head high because you educated me on the process, and the things that you told me today, I'll never make that mistake again, so thank you. And I felt like even though she didn't get the results she wanted, she left court a little bit better than she came in, because now she knows going forward what the law is, and she won't do the same thing again. So that's the best I can hope for.
So what's next for Judge Joe Stevens?
I don't know. I really don't know. I get people wanting me to run for God knows every office in the land. But I think the community decides that. I think what I'll do is I want to continue to do a good job here. I'm a firm believer, just like when I was on the school board, how something opens up organically. If that does happen, you know, we'll consider it at that time. But as for now, I'm very happy in the job that I have here. I'm able to impact people at a community level. These are real decisions that happen every day in this court, and I enjoy being able to educate people about the process of the law. And you know, I've got the professional attitude in some cases to help people, but at the end of the day, I just love to be able to serve as an example to kids and community that you can be from this neck of the woods. You can serve as the local justice of the peace. And I grew up right across the street, so there's a bunch of kids that come in here and they see me and they're like, wow, I never thought I'd see an African-American judge, you know. And I'm proud of that. I'm the only African-American male judge in Harris County that sits at the JP level. I think the last one might have been Al Green, you know, back in the day. So, you know, we'll see. I'm optimistic about the future. I think when you do a good job, the people will tell you where they want you next.